Hey, I'm Chris.
Hey, I'm straight. Hi, I'm Leo.
What's up? I'm Jason Chu.
This is your first time watching the show, right? You guys, both of you guys watched it last night. This is literally on Friday, the morning after it airs. What do you guys think?
There's a lot there.
Yeah.
What do you think about the show in general? Because we're gonna get into it, obviously.
Oh, so entertaining.
Yeah, I felt like it was definitely, man, to me it felt like an alien artifact, man. Like there's this whole like civilization that I just didn't know existed.
Right.
That's pretty true.
I felt
actually.
like vocabulary and clothings and culture and like whole like sociological structure was just revealed, man. You know, it felt like the first Star Wars movie, man. It was very interesting.
In terms of the workroom entrances, so this is like a very like standard tradition in the show. Like it's literally been part of the show since its conception, where like you kind of like make your big first impression by entering the workroom.
I just didn't know there was going to be an Asian person on this episode. Period.
She is actually the first Chinese person to be on this show.
Awesome.
What other Asians?
Yeah, what other Asians?
The first one was Raja, who won, and she is from Indonesia.
Indonesia. Okay.
And there was also Manila, who's Filipino.
Okay.
Filipina. And there was Kimchi, who's Korean.
Okay, so there have been East Asians.
Yeah, there have been.
Oh, for that section, I do want to say that it was interesting how they had a little space to say something. So
they did have space to say something.
Yeah, so it's interesting how they chose, like, you only have like what, 5 seconds at most.
Probably,
to say something, to show like your attitude, to show like your personality, what you're about. So I thought it was interesting what people chose. And who's it that said like, oh, it's time for dinner? I was like, oh,
Miss Cracker.
Yeah, I was like, that's so
left.
interesting. Yeah, other people, I don't know. Other people said things that I think I expected more.
Yeah.
But that was so out of left field that I thought that was really interesting.
Miss Cracker is definitely someone that I'm rooting for.
You know, it reminds me a lot of like professional wrestling, actually. You dig what I'm saying? Like, it reminds me of like WWE.
That's so funny.
They all got their outfits. But like wrestling, at first people are like, oh, it's about the moves, which it is. But it's actually about like branding. It's about presence.
Yeah.
You're right. It is like a.
Yeah, like it's about characters, right? Developing a character.
Like, yeah.
More than anything else, because thinking about the entrances makes me think about the way wrestlers like they cut promos, right? So they're like, oh, I'm saying this, or even like right there's shade thrown, and that's like feuding in wrestling.
Yeah.
Where it's kind of fake, but then it crosses over also.
Next we go to the runway mini challenge, not the actual runway.
The one girl whose shtick is like being like the horror queen kind of thing.
Dusty Ray Bottoms.
Yeah.
Dusty Ray Bottoms, yeah.
I felt like she swung for something and it didn't really work.
Oh yeah.
You know, like the whole like kind of just being there.
And
like,
she rips her top off and shows the.
I feel like sometimes you gotta play the game a little.
No, you're right.
You know?
I think you're right. Like she made a comment of like, oh, I'm not giving you like death drops and I'm not giving you voguing, but like I feel like you need to be able to do those things and then like break those rules, right?
Exactly. And she just broke the rules.
Did you guys feel like Monet deserved to win?
I mean, for dancers, it's like if you have that base sense of a groove, then like everything you do on top of that looks even better. Because you have this foundation of already like being comfortable with your movement. I mean, there's like a whacking like freestyle scene, and you know, I felt like
Leo is a dancer. For those of you who don't know, I feel like he's a really good.
I watch a lot of dance
voice
videos. Is what I mean.
I watch a lot of dance videos too.
I think other people had really good character bits. But if they're being judged on terms of actually just dancing and feeling the music.
Yeah.
Like her shit was solid.
Yeah. So now we can move on to the construction part.
Seeing what goes into it. Also, you know, like for me, I'm very into fashion.
Yeah.
And I felt like that was, to me, a very relatable element of this hour of television.
I'm very excited to see what you think about the runway part then. This is Aquaria. What do you think of her Bo Peep? This is probably your first time seeing like a no titties, like such overt no titties drag look.
Yeah. I feel like having more up top would have been cool.
Okay.
I didn't think it was super memorable.
Okay.
For me.
All right. I also say though that it's tough opening.
It is tough opening.
What did you think about Asia?
I like how the dress mirrors the headpiece.
Okay.
I thought that was really cool because there's a lot going on up there, and that could easily have taken over the whole outfit.
Okay.
Right.
All right, Leo.
That's just a crazy, crazy headpiece.
Okay, but in a good crazy or bad crazy?
In a good way, like you were saying, it kind of mirrors, like the outfit. The outfit stands up to the headpiece, and it's not just there's like it's whatever for and then an amazing headpiece.
All right.
Like, it balanced out.
I like it, but I think I gravitate a lot more towards like if you're doing a dollar store theme, then like you should like really up it and make it not look like it's from the dollar store. She kind of went the opposite
She dived
direction.
into it.
Yeah.
I honestly don't like the fact that she opened her notebook and was like, "Pick me."
Oh yeah, that's thirsty.
Yeah,
That's thirsty.
right?
Yeah.
Calories.
I hated it, but I didn't know why I hated it, and then I heard the judges' comments, and it made more sense to me.
Yeah, it feels like a costume more than an outfit. The way it executed on the concept was very literal.
Okay, what did you guys think about Blair St. Clair?
I like this.
I really liked it. Yeah.
I thought the top half of the outfit went very well.
I thought the skirt was a little bit of a mess.
Yeah, I think the skirt.
Yeah.
Same
But the
thing.
collar-
It's
oh,
It
too
was a low
obvious.
point.
But the
yeah.
collar was great. What did you guys think about Dusty Ray Bottoms?
I agree with the judges. Where the judges were saying the hat kind of made it more costume than outfit. Yeah, I agreed. I agreed with that.
I do like the neck stuff though.
Yeah, the next stuff is great. Cameron Michaels.
I do like the straw hat. I think that was very clever.
Yeah.
Of like just mirroring it top and bottom, and then the way that like that pink materials on the skirt for the straw hat.
For sure.
Because there is subtlety in the execution.
I think so too. You're right. There is a amount of subtlety to it. And I think that's why she didn't land in the bottom.
Right.
Oh, what did you think about this one? This one I was excited for.
I think from far away, it looks kind of cool, but
Yeah.
like a bit closer, like the close-up shots, I was like, oh.
Yeah.
But it just don't work. I don't see the bubbles.
Yeah, I don't see
see
it.
ping pong balls.
I don't-
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Maybe just because we're Chinese though.
it's a swing and a miss. You know, like it's a
Yeah.
swing. They was trying, but
And also,
it didn't really come out.
And also, Jason, I'm not sure if you
Well,
noticed
the
it.
makeup though.
The makeup was great.
Makeup's fire.
I appreciate you noticing it.
How dark it was. It looked like futuristic.
Vixen.
I feel like this look worked out better than it could have.
It was almost like setting her up for failure.
No, because
Did y'all
that's what I
feel
was
that?
saying. Yeah, because Yua was saying like, oh, I think she's gonna land on the bottom.
Yeah, so that was interesting to me that they like subverted that. They set us up
Yeah.
for some kind of
They did.
expectation.
It-
and
that-
then, yeah.
I'm always wary with the edits.
TV production.
What did you think about Mayhem?
Like the textures.
Yeah, the
textures
texturing-
just look really interesting on the
Texturing is
skirt.
great. Did you?
Yeah.
But did you like the glove on the head though?
I didn't even notice the glove on the head.
Okay.
Much. I just felt like it feels like a well textured, very comprehensive outfit.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hated Eureka's.
Too costumey.
It's donut print on top of like what is that? Damask.
Yeah, the bottom is classy
Yeah.
and the top is kitschy.
Yeah, and like the bow is too much. I mean, her makeup is great. Why do you have lollipops over here?
Yeah, that's not cool, man. That doubles up on the donut. Honestly, to me, it's just the top half of that outfit.
I love Monique so much.
Yeah.
Monique was so good.
The
Yeah.
headpiece for this, shouts out to that.
The only
Yeah, what do you call the thing that like behind?
collar?
Oh, is that called the collar? I like that.
Vanessa.
Man, that's a mess. You can't just put a bunch of Barbie dolls on a thing and call it a thing.
The judges already said this. She particularly has no shape.
Oh, and how the outfit.
Like-
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
I remember
which
that.
isn't how these are supposed to go, right? That can like
you don't
in
always.
streetwear. That's a cool silhouette.
Usually, when you do drag, you really have to like think about ways because you're a dude. You need to think about ways to like really sell that illusion, or you need to like screw with that expectation, I guess.
They're kind of like in between rather than committing to one side or the other.
It's not even about commitment. It's just about the fact that she didn't think about it.
Okay. I think it was just disappointing since her entrance into the
was so
workroom.
good.
Like her outfit was so
Yeah.
good.
With that cape, it's horrible. It looks like she literally just went to Michael's, cut it out, and just
Yeah.
put it on her.
No, you know what? The cape should have been a bustle.
Oh, wrapping it around her.
No, like at the waist.
Oh, to give her drag, to give her
Yeah.
like a train.
Yeah, give it like train out back from the back.
That's really good. I like that a lot, actually. Look at you.
Yo, I know things, man. I know some things.
What did you think about Yua?
The skirt, the strips. That's actually a really cool silhouette to me.
I like the top half a lot. I think in execution, like walking down, like just there's so many strips of the caution tape that it got kind of messy.
Okay.
in how it looked as she was walking, not as like a still frame necessarily. but
Totally.
in the movement of it.
I think if there was a way to gather it more at the waist to make it a little, I still think it needs to have that much amount of caution tape on the top half.
Okay.
I think that it should have been more tightly fitted.
What did you think of Mitts?
I actually liked it. It was really different. It was theatrical, it was performative. She presented sad, but in a runway runway context. And I like what she was saying after about it's not my outfit that's gonna sell me. It's like my personality and my energy, the makeup and how it fits with the really.
You're paying attention to
artistic.
makeup. I like this. Yeah. Okay, so we have our tops and our bottoms.
That's cute.
So for the top, we have Blair St. Clair, Mitz, Cracker, and Mayhem. Do you guys feel like they should have been the top?
Yeah, I fuck with all of those.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought they were all really strong.
I felt like Monique was robbed. I feel like Monique should have been in the top.
Oh yeah, I think so.
Well, then who do you think she should have been replaced with?
I think maybe Blair.
I think so too! Okay, I think so too. I hate this poncho thing happening.
You don't like that? I think it was. I liked the silhouette on it because it had that high collar. Because it had
No, the high collar is great.
I thought that was cool.
The high collar is great, but like this looks so poorly constructed. And
That's like it's too wide.
Yeah, and like Jason, maybe you can convince me, but like I don't get like this trash bag thing happening here, and then like all of these gloves like flaring out like this.
I mean, I'm not gonna like argue otherwise, but I will say like to me it's interesting because it shows. I thought that the colorways that she used, they all went together.
Okay.
Right, because the visor, it's got the black outline.
All right.
And then also it's just different textures side by side.
All right. Did you guys notice that when Christina was critiquing Calorie, that she was that she was like, you seem like so sweet and like you just have a great personality about you.
Right, man, because this ain't a competition for sweet people.
Yeah.
That has nothing to do with this.
Yeah, exactly. Like if you were at a singing competition and someone was like, oh, you seem like so nice and sweet.
Just walk home. Don't even call an Uber.
I want to know what your guys' feelings are in terms of like, do you guys like the fact that they're lip syncing to stay?
I like that they did it at the same time.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, because like
it would have taken,
or like just the idea of like instantaneously like vying for attention.
To me, it symbolizes everything that this kind of culture, this kind of competition is about, right? Like, it's the distillation of the whole 60 minutes really into like one segment. Yeah, Calorie, it feels like she's performing a song.
Yeah.
Versus the other girl, she's not as musical.
Yeah, Calorie's having more fun. It looked, or at least she's projecting.
I think there was.
Oh no, that.
Oh, you don't like that?
No, Death Drop was weak.
That wasn't even a death drop. That was literally like you just laid down across the stage.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a very poorly executed. I think I personally would have just liked to see more like face to face. I'm not even talking about touching, but like just projecting energy like at each other.
Oh.
I think that would have been really.
Okay.
Entertaining.
What did you think about when she threw out all the dollars?
I thought that was real. I thought that was real classic. That was really cool. That was a great use of the outfit theme, and I was very impressed with the forethought. I
don't know if you guys saw it though. I did notice that she had a little bit of trouble pulling the dollar bills out.
That's true.
She took a little bit too long on that part. Okay, so the episode's over. Basically, Calorie wins. There's a lot of crying that happens. I honestly feel really bad for Vanessa because I feel like she could have offered a lot more.
Yeah, I wanted her to stay personally.
Did you guys notice about like how they kind of kept mentioning the fact that Aquaria and Mitz were like having like this rivalry?
Like I said, man, it's like wrestling. They're setting something up to run through the season.
Yeah.
And which I think that it's even more like wrestling because sometimes it feels like a little bit constructed.
Very man, it's reality TV.
Yeah.
It's 100% artificial.
Yeah. Also, when they were like,
it seems like they don't take it too serious,
right?
It's like they don't care. All the comments about that rivalry were all instigated by someone else. Right. It wasn't like they was bringing it up.
Last question: who do you want to win?
Monique.
Okay.
Monique's fire.
I do like Ms. Cracker. I feel like just the personality's there, and she seems to be a part of her community.
Totally.
To me, this is such an exposure to a different thing.
Yeah.
There was a lot of questions for me that came up about like,
What kind of questions?
Like questions about physicality. And like platonic ideals of beauty versus like, like sexual attraction or versus like, what, like it was very interesting to me, this idea of performative beauty.
Yeah.
And is that presented in such a way as to be sexualized? Or is it almost so kitschy that it's not even sexual? It's just an image of a thing.
In terms of like hip hop and like especially the dance community, a lot of dance is influenced by this community, like voguing, whacking. A lot of the terminology, or like that, even like our dance communities, we just say without really knowing the context of where they come from. Like they come from these communities. And I think it's also important for dancers to educate themselves on these communities because this is a lot of where a lot of like feminine hip hop styles come from.
You know what? You're right.
It's become very commercial.
You're right. It has.
But it came from
probably in part to the show too.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Like, so much.
Yeah, no, you're right. Like,
it's been very educational.
Yeah, like a lot of, I mean, like all three of us, we know that like so much of like cool culture comes from queer Black people oftentimes.
Yeah.
I'm excited to go on this journey with you guys. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Please make sure to follow both of them on their social media. I will link them in the description below. Yeah, thanks so much for coming, guys. This was so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye.